So this is primarily going to be used here with your surgical oncology group. It's designed to ablate or heat up soft tissue. So primary indications are going to be liver, kidney, and lung. So when they're going after something that's potentially inoperable, what they'll do is they'll select a disposable probe to use to put in either open, they can just stick it directly in the tissue. It can be used laparoscopically, robotically, or just percutaneously. So lots of uses. Primarily, you guys are going to see it with Dr. White in open livers. Okay. You guys are going to have 3 disposables on the shelf that will be labeled. Are coming in later today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Based on the burn profile. Okay, so based on what the surgeon is trying to get for targeted tissue. So if they're going in and it's near something really critical, like a vital structure, a major vessel, the gallbladder, the abdominal wall, they'll use our precision probe, which is a PR probe, because it controls that energy disbursement better. If they just need a big bold ablation, they'll use a different type. And then if they're going in laparoscopically, that would be the 3rd type. Okay? Is the system going to be stored back there too?
What?
Is the system going to be stored where it was today?
Where are you guys going to keep it?
We'll go over back there.
Back in the back?
Back by like 16.
Yeah, back in the back
16.
hall.
Okay. Going to be stored back in 16. Got typical locks here on the bottom for the wheel. The cord plugs in on the bottom on the side. You can choose if you want to, if you don't want it plugged in, if it's getting in the way of other systems, you can plug it, take it out, and put it in this little bag here on the side, but that's totally up to you. Okay, plugs in. On the back here, you're going to notice the CO2 tanks. I'm going to go over that in a minute when we go through the system. We also have your power distribution unit. Based on the evaluation, we're going to keep this primarily attached. And what they'll do, the nurse will bring it just close to the bedside when they're ready to use it. But what it can do is there's handles underneath here that you can open, and this can attach directly to the bed if they want it closer. Okay? Primarily, this system was designed to be used in interventional radiology originally. So it was designed like this, it could go in and out of the gantry. But still, you know, there are a lot of systems in the room, and they just want to get it a little bit closer. This can be detached and put there. Again, there's just little handles on the side, okay? If they want to use that, so that you can use it, you need to attach this bracket to the bed. Okay? So this will automatically be kept right here for you. You'll just attach this to the bed and this to that. But again, based on the doctors that have evaluated it and used it so far, and the nurses, they want it kept here just for sterility purposes. But just so you know, you can do that. Okay. Turning the system around. Okay. Power button right here in the center front, okay? Just push it in to power the system up. While it's powering up, I'm just going to show you the drawer in here. Inside this drawer is my card with my number. There's also our emergency technical line. So for some reason, my phone's not answering, which I usually do, there is the 1-800 number that you can call. Also in here are spare parts for like the CO2 tank. There's a foot pedal, which primarily they will not use, but if they did want to use it, I pulled it out of the side just because it's going to get tangled, and really the way they're using it right now, they're not going to use this. So if they start using it in the future, I'll go through it with you. It just comes with the system, so I'm just going to keep it here in the drawer so we don't lose it, and it doesn't get tangled. Also in here is your key for changing CO2 tanks. So very important when you're, if you come to change tank, put it back. So it's here for the next person. Okay, there's a nice little spot in here. All right, well, it's in here. All right, guys, when the system powers up, this was designed by Apple engineers. It really is user-friendly touch screen, okay? First thing it's gonna ask you is to select the tissue type. Are we in the liver? Are we in the kidney? It can be used in any soft tissue. So it does break it down further into like the lobes of the liver and stuff like that. Only if they're doing like a clinical study where they want all of that data recorded, will you need to do that. So let's just say we're doing a liver with Dr. Weiss. We hit liver and close. Okay? Everyone good so far? And just so we're clear, the data that is stored in this system and communicated home has no patient identifier. So this is all just generic information based on the probes we use and then the time of the ablation. Okay. On the screen, you'll notice at the top there's 3 tabs. The first is your ablation tab. This is the one that it's going to default to and the one you're primarily going to use. So when using our probes for ablation, that means where the doctor is sticking this into the tissue to burn. Okay? He'll burn for a power setting and time. This will be attached and live right here on your system. And what you'll notice in here, if you flip the pages, there are going to be profiles for each of our probes. So when the doctor goes to ablate, if he's not sure how long he wants to burn for, he'll literally say, okay, the lesion is 2 by 3, I want a 3 by 4 burn. So you can say, okay, Dr. Weiss, let's look here. We want a 3 by 4, we're going to use 1 probe for 10 minutes at 65 watts. Okay, so it literally will break it down. There's no rep telling the doctor what to do. This is ex vivo data produced by the University of Wisconsin as baseline.
Why isn't the data on the punch?
So, great question. Because every doctor has different preferences. What we will do once Dr. Weiss establishes a pattern is we will set default settings. And you can do a default setting where you just come in here once the probe plug in and hit default and it will automatically do that. The reason it won't always work is sometimes patients will have had radiation, they'll have had chemo, they might be cirrhotic. And this is just a baseline. This isn't going to be for every liver, okay? Or every kidney or every lung. So this is just a great starting point. So again, ablation is if they have like a solitary lesion and Dr. Weiss is taking out the right liver and there's an additional lesion in the left, he just wants to burn it to save tissue, that's when we ablate. If we're doing a kidney and there's a bunch of lesions and they just want to burn one before they go on clamp and a partial, that's ablation. We want to go into surgical mode. What surgical mode is used for, they're not using that right now here, but just for your information, they can use these as they would with like an manus or just something to pre-coagulate the tissue. So what this can do is it can go in and at bursts of 20 to 25 seconds, it will desiccate that tissue about 1.5 centimeters by 1.5 centimeters. Really great in cirrhotics that bleed a lot, and they'll just literally picket fence 1 or 2 of these probes before they go in and cut. To do those settings where it's just a 25-second burst or a 20-second burst versus a 10 minutes, that's surgical mode. Does that make sense? Your other buttons on the top are reports. If there's any issues, troubleshooting, things like that, reports generated, that will appear in here. And then in tools, this is where it will show your history. So if I'm not here and there's an issue, I can come in here, it can call home to my text at Madison, Wisconsin and say, okay, on August 2nd, we used a PR15 probe, and at minute 3, it stopped working because of this. So it'll all be in here. But again, no patient information, just device history. And this is what I was mentioning to you, Jim. This is why we don't do regular PMs. We don't require them, because this is sending that data home every night.
So that's connected to the internet?
It has a cell phone modem. And at the end of the day, it's programmed to call home and provide that data. So we will know if there was an issue.
Who pays for that service? Yeah.
Yes, you don't really right? Yep. Now it's just built in here. So it just pings up to me now.
So you already programmed it?
Yeah, it comes that way.
To work with our network?
Yeah, and for some reason, I'll know today at about 10 o'clock because we get a report of all of our accounts that have done a case, and we did do a case yesterday afternoon. So I'll know if there's some issue with service, like let's say they have a Verizon cell phone in here and it's not being serviced, they'll just change it out so that it works. It's rare that that happens, and if you guys are storing it back there by the windows, we should be fine. It's just in hospitals when it's like stored in a dungeon room with no cell service, that can become an issue. And even in those cases, we can just come in periodically, bring it to a window, and it will communicate back home. Because there is a call home button on here, so if it hasn't done it automatically, you can do it. The other thing you can do in here is under procedure history, let's say Dr. Weiss wants to do a study, he can come back in and pull data from his cases about how long he is ablated, what temperatures and such. So that stuff is stored in here. Also in here is basic stuff like your date and time, your volume, your brightness, and this is where we can create the default settings. So once Dr. Weiss says, you know what, Mars, 90% of the time I'm using this probe for this time and this wattage. I'll come in here, I'll set it, and then